Hello, I'm Kris from the FPL GW and welcome back to another Fantasy Premier League video for the 2020-2021 season. In today's video I'm going to build a wildcard team that I hope now will last to the end of the season. I'm going to potentially discuss a little bit about double game week 32 and how should we avoid game week 33 as well, but get the best possible of game week 32. If you're new around here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And without further ado, let's begin building the team. This first team that I'm going to build is not going to be the perfect team, no, but it will contain Fernandes, Salah, Kane and Vardy. So yes, this team have potential to have all of those 4 players. So if you want to go for target all of these essentials that have excellent captaincy potential now to the end of the season and do not have any big selections headache beside those other players around them, then you could potentially go for this team. But after I've built this team, I'm going to replace 1 or 2 players just to get that best possible wildcard team that I believe have the best potential to do best to the end of the season. But without further ado, I start now. Fernandes was going to be my player that I was going to bring in. Salah is going to be the second player. So I have a budget of 102 million. That's what something that I want to mention as well. So it's not something very big. It's around the average. So you could potentially build this team as well. So yes, Salah, Fernandes, Kane and Vardy are going to be those 4 players I'm going to build this team around. The next player is going to be Mount, as I do believe he has excellent attacking ability and potentially it does seem to be the best Chelsea offense, has to offer. As for the next player I'm going to go for is going to be Iheanacho. Now you see I go for Vardy and Iheanacho. That's a bit weird. I don't usually double up on offense, but look at those upcoming fixtures. They just look amazing. It's West Brom, Crystal Palace, Southampton and Newcastle. Then you could potentially change out some of these two to some other players. But right now I do believe them two to be essential, especially Iheanacho, because he costs around 5.9 million and he has been in pure phenomenal form. Goal, 3 goals, blank. Now he does have a game week to play against West Ham. So yeah, he does have excellent potential to do good. All of these players have excellent potential. As for the next player I'm going to go for is going to be Castan, as I do believe that he is actually a essential player till now to the end of the season. And as for the goalkeeper that I believe is essential is going to be Mendy. So yeah, this is pretty much how I will start with the team. These are the players that I believe are a must-have in every wildcard. You can potentially build around them as you wish. And there is just one little adjustment that you can make to these players to perhaps even make it better. But I'm going to discuss that in a while. As you can see now, my team is not complete yet, but I have another player that I have in mind that I want to bring into this team, and that is going to be Cody. He costs 4.8 million. Then you could potentially even go for Semedo if you have the money, as I do believe that he should potentially do better than Cody now to the end of the season. But Cody seemed to be 0.4 or 0.5 million cheaper than Semedo, so this is the main reason I'm going to go for Cody, as this team needs all the money in these good players that I have right here: Salah, Fernandes, Mount, Kane and Vardy. And you will not have captaincy headache to the end of the season. You have very good captain in every single game week. So yeah, that's very good. As for the next player that I'm going to go for is I believe him to be essential is Sanchez. He has double game week. He does seem to be the only guaranteed starter now defender that has a double game week 32. He plays against Everton and he plays against Southampton. In the double game week he has excellent clean sheet potential. The Tottenham's clean sheet potential have improved a lot now in the last couple of game weeks. I believe that mainly happened because Sanchez is the wall in that defense. As for the next player I'm going to go for is going to be Rafinha, and I do believe that he is going to make a comeback. It does says that he has 75% chance of playing, but he has still very long time until game week 32. I believe him to be able to heal and do good. I believe that I bring him into my team mainly because he has very good form in the last 10 games, and I believe him to be able to continue to do good no matter the opposition. And he does cost only 5.4 million, guys, so he does seem to be the cheapest informed player right now. As for the first bench replacement now, I'm going to go for Phillips, as he does seem to be a very cheap way into that Liverpool team. Liverpool have very good upcoming fixtures now to the end of the season. Phillips seemed to have settled a bit as a starter. He does seem to start like 5 out of 6 games, so I do believe that he does offer us excellent clean sheet potential, mainly because he does have very good fixtures. And as for the second and the last bench replacement now, these two players are not going to be perfect, these two players are not going to be best, but Struck is the cheapest starting defender, and Bissouma is going to be the midfielder I'm going to go for. He does seem to be the cheapest starting midfielder. So yes, guys, this is the main reason I go for these two, and I'm going to bring in Foster as he is the cheapest starting goalkeeper. So yes, as I've said, this team is not perfect, is weak on the bench, is weak on the last player that is going to play, because Rafinha does not have those best fixtures right now, even though they have very good fixtures at the end of the season. But right now they do not have that. And even though this team is not perfect, you will not have any captaincy selection headaches. You will be able to have Fernandes, Salah, Kane and Vardy, those players that I actually expected to guess the most amount of points, or actually finish in the top 10 by total points now in the next 5. So we'll have all of these 4 big hitters. But if you do not want to go for this team, as you think perhaps it's too much, it's not that good of a balanced team, then you could potentially just change out Salah to Jota, and as you can see, you have freed up 5.9 millions. With this you could potentially upgrade Bissouma to Son, as Son has a perfect double game week now for game week 32, so you will be able to have even 3 double game week 32 players now. I believe these to be very good and essential thing to do, and then you could potentially bench these 3 or sell one of them, perhaps sell Son to Grealish if Grealish makes a comeback now, or something similar. But I do believe that these teams seem to be a bit better than the last team that I've built, and I'm going to make upgrades to Struck as well. I'm going to upgrade Struck to Rudiger, and then I'm going to replace Mendy to Leno just to make it balanced out and good looking. So yes guys, these teams seem to be the team that I really want to recommend for you to go for, as I do believe that this wildcard draft team is going to do fantastically good now to the end of the season. If you thought this video was of any help, then please do give it thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to not miss out on any new content. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.